And the Gamecocks, South Carolina wearing the home white, Bama wearing the road crimson uniforms. It'll be Nick Pringle jumping for the home team. Alabama's Clifford Amore to jump for the Tide. Byron Jarrett making his way towards center court. He'll put the ball in the air, and we are underway from Columbia. Tap control by Alabama, and Philon will bring it front court to our left. He dribbles to the corner far side, reverses field, giving it up to Sears, top of the arc. He'll dribble to the left wing, pivots, looks, needs help. Still pivoting, still looking, had it knocked away, got it back. 12 on the shot clock as Sears needs help, tries to unload it, and does to Amore on the wing. And then the ball is knocked away and stolen by the Gamecocks. Tough with it early is South Carolina on the defensive end.
Ball got knocked away. Mark Sears had his dribble. I don't think he realized it. And Alabama with a rough first offensive possession.
Pringle with the basketball, dribbles to his right, hands it off to right. He'll throw a lob to Pringle. And we've seen that many times before, but didn't like it nearly as much. Nick Pringle getting the flush off the pick and roll. Now Bama the other way to Nelson. Into the corner they'll go. And a great feed inside as the ball's knocked away from the Tide's Clifford Amore, but Jaron Stevenson made a beautiful pass just to give him an opportunity before the Gamecocks knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, Cliff Amore going to the basket. Ball was knocked away. Good defensive play by South Carolina.
Inbounds coming from Philon to the right of the bucket. LeBaron trying to get it in, does in the corner to Sears. Mark dribbles away from trouble, hands it off to Amore, gets it back. Mark being hounded defensively by Thomas, picks up the dribble, needs help, throws a bounce pass in the corner to Amore. He will back his way down on Pringle, throws it out to Nelson, top of the arc, crosses over, goes downhill, left side, tough runner off the window, no good. Rebound tip twice, 3 times, fought for, and the tie-up is going to be called, and the arrow is going to favor South Carolina.
Another really good defensive possession by South Carolina. And listen, I thought we would get the Gamecocks' best shot. They got embarrassed on the road in Starkville against the top 15 Mississippi State team. And you knew they were going to come back and be dialed in and focus, especially on the defensive end. They've done that in their first 2 possessions.
Murray Bowles with it, firing it left side to right. He'll throw a lob down low to Pringle, who has to kick it out near side to Davis. Davis drives to the rim, layup attempt, no good. Rebounded by Nelson for Alabama. Grant will flip it ahead to Stevenson. Jaron crosses over, goes to the rim, lays it up, too strong. Rebound controlled by the Gamecocks. Missed opportunity there at the rim for Stevenson as Thomas comes the other way, pulls up from a 3 near side and knocks it home. 5-0 South Carolina, 2 minutes into this one here in Columbia.
Jaron Stevenson with a couple of nice drives, but nothing to show for it here in the early going.
Philon with it, top of the arc, crosses right, goes between the legs left, works his way down the left side of the lane, kicks it back out to Nelson. Grant driving baseline, cut off, nice bounce pass, but taking his eyes off of it was Amore. Picks it up, finds Sears, his 3, rattles around and pops back in. A bank first 3 to get the scoring started for Alabama. 5-3 Gamecocks with 17:35 to go first half.
I think the bank first 3 actually banked in as it went around the rim, hit the backboard and falls through.
Right on the drive, gets a tough layup to go. He had a quarter step on Stevenson and able to drop that one in to put the lead back up to 4 for South Carolina. Philon front court for Alabama, working against Jacoby Wright. Gives it off to Sears, going downhill. Tough runner off the glass and got it to go. Beautiful move, Mark Sears, and with 17:07 to go, Bama is back to within 2.
Alabama's going to have to play tough on both ends of the floor. The physicality so far at a high level for South Carolina. They're playing with toughness. It looks like, at least in the early going. Well, I speak too soon. I was going to...
Of the week. Carolina with the basketball, Thomas with it out high, working off a screen, takes it to the right side of the lane, reverses field, gives it back out to Murray Boyles, who will then give it off to right. He'll drive from the left wing to the right block, gets a leaner from 8 feet to go. Bama down 4, runs the other way. Here's Sears front court, leaving it for Amore. Amore will pick it up, needs help. Being defended, gives it off to Sears. Mark tried to throw it off to Amore, but it was deflected and stolen away. Turnover by the Tide. South Carolina looking to build on a 9-5 lead with 16:18 to go in the opening half. Wright hesitates, goes down the lane left side. Teardrop up, no good. Rebounded by Murray Boyles inside. His layup attempt no good, and Nelson claims his second rebound for Alabama. Here comes the Tide the other way. Sears to Nelson. Grant going down the lane, hands it off to Amori, lays it up with the left hand and got it to go.
That's a couple of times that the Alabama big men have drove the lane, making good decisions. Beautiful pass to Cliff Amori, who finishes through contact.
Gamecocks front court with Jamari Thomas, handing it off. Gives it far side to right. Back to Thomas on the block. Posting up on Phylon. Got caught in the air. Pass deflected around. Back into LeBaron's hands. Bama with a takeaway. Here comes Phylon on the wing. Hesitates. Lets traffic catch up. Gives it off. Left to the circle. Stevenson. Right back to Phylon, who will direct traffic. 17 to shoot, 15:25 to play first half. Phylon kicks it to Amori. Tried to feed it off to Stevenson. Back it goes to Nelson now for three. No good. Rebound Stevenson for Alabama. In the corner to Phylon as Bama gets a reset to 20. Stevenson to Phylon in the corner. Rises from the wing. Three. Count it. And he is fouled. A chance for a 4-point play when we come back to Columbia. First table right now. And he does indeed get the and one. So Phylon with a 4-point play that does, as Tom correctly gave you, the 11-9 score now with 15:08 to play in this opening half. Gamecocks with the basketball. Thomas to Murray Boyles. He'll throw it down low. Tried to get it to Pringle, but it was snatched away by Diabate. Ahead to Holloway, who circles away from traffic. Around Bama goes to Sears. Mark working, left wing, playing off the screen for Mo. Kicks it to Holloway in the corner. Holloway trying to drive baseline. Cut off, backs it out. Gives it off to Reed, now to Youngblood. 9 on the shot clock. Youngblood feeds it back out to Reed. Fakes the three, goes behind the back with a dribble. 4 to shoot, 3, download. Holloway for the layup. A beautiful backdoor look from Reed to Holloway for the bucket.
Over the last 2 minutes.
Clark Holter working on an Alabama player at the end of the bench. I'm not real sure who that is. We'll check on it in a second. Here's Sears on the drive. Fires the pass out to Reed. Now it's going to be Nelson pulling his way down the lane. They're going to call an offensive foul.
His back looks okay. Hasn't checked back in yet, but hopefully he's all right and can get back in this game.
South Carolina with the basketball. Bama a 4-point lead at 13-9. Driving inside the arc is Thomas. Stops now at the elbow. Gives it out. Gets a return pass. Thomas left alone will shoot a 3. No good. Rebound inside by Murray Boyles, and he gets the putback to go. Bama coming the other way, playing through some contact to get front court with Sears. Mark will pick up the dribble. He'll give it off to Nelson. Grant will drive against a double team. Gives it out to Diabate. Mo fakes a 3, drives to his right, goes across the lane, almost double dribble, but hands it off to Sears. Deep 3, bottom. Woo, they gave him just a little bit of space and was able to knock down the bank first 3. Alabama's second of this ball game, and with 12:52 to go, Bama leads it by 5. Carolina trying to answer, and they do with a 3 of their own. That was Zachary Davis with his first points, and Bama's lead is down to a bucket. Sears, worth it, top of the arc. Hesitates, goes to the elbow, keeps the dribble alive to the corner. Sears wanted to cross, instead goes into the lane. Beautiful wraparound bounce pass, and Nelson, the reverse slam.
Beautiful pass by Mark Sears. Shook his man, got the angle to the basket. Defense had to help out. Grant Nelson all by himself throws it down.
Bama by 4 with 12:15 to play. And a near takeaway by Diabate, and they're going to call the foul instead on Mo. 18-14, South Carolina with the basketball here in Columbia. Working far side is Davis. Now they go to Ugasuk. Right, dribbling to his left. Works it around. Ugasuk into the low post to Murray Boyles. He'll lose the handle out of bounds, and possession will belong to Alabama early. Amori hands it off to Sears on the inbound. Sears now driving. Gets cut off by Pringle. Throws the lob down low to Amori. Amori tried to hand it off to Youngblood, who kicks it out to Sears. 10 on the shot clock. Sears the drive to the rim, and he lays it in.
Well, Alabama's had some offensive possessions that don't look pretty, but end up exactly the way you want, and that's with Mark Sears, the dribble drive, getting in the lane, knocking down the floater.
Bama with the 20-14 lead. South Carolina driving inside. They miss a layup, and then the ball's knocked out of bounds by the shooter, Zachary Davis. Bama 20, South Carolina 14.
Zachary Davis, one of the bright spots for South Carolina in Starkville, had a career-high 22 points, so playing with a lot of confidence.
Sears with it, top of the arc. Works off the screen. Nice feed to Amori for the flush.
Here the ball. Bama with 6 made field goals in their last 7 attempts, and also doing the job defensively against the Gamecocks.
Sears getting it to Holloway, who works on the left wing. Holloway goes top of the arc, feeds it to Sears. One more to Philon, who's checked in. LeBaron lost it, got it back, shot it, missed it. Wright with a rebound for South Carolina. He'll flip it ahead to Conyers. Conyers back outside to Wright. To Pringle, and now far side to Jacoby Wright, who works his way through the lane, turns, shoots, and scores over Amori from about 8 feet away. 22-18 now the score, as Philon will drive and dish. Youngblood all alone, 3, rolls around, no good. Tipped out Philon, one more. Sears all alone, 3-ball bottom. And Amori got popped in the face, it looks like, and whistle will blow to stop play.
And that's what makes Alabama so dangerous. Miss an open look, but this is a great offensive rebounding team, and Mark Sears feeling it here in the early going, leading all scorers with 13, a perfect 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from deep. Second chance opportunities, a big reason why Alabama's number 5 in America.
Cliff Amori got popped in the eye, it appears. Hopefully just a finger in the eye, which feels awful, but often doesn't. South Carolina will have the basketball. Bama had made that last basket, the 3-pointer by Sears, but they stopped play to make sure that Amori was all right, and they said no foul, just incidental contact. I think that it transpired. And Bama will be on the defensive end. Gamecocks pull up from the left wing. Missing the jumper is Conyers. And the rebound controlled by Philon. LeBaron working at left side. Diabate goes downhill. Got fouled before the shot. I think that's going to be on Nick. It will be Pringle's first.
Alabama doing a good job of attacking the paint where they've had so much success. One of the best 2-point percentage teams in the country. They've been right around 1 or 2 in America the last few weeks of the season. If the 3-point numbers start to tick up, look out for this Alabama offense.
Sears with the basketball, working against the defender Thomas. Spinning, shooting, and not able to get it to go, as the rebound initially was claimed by Pringle, and then coming in to force the tie-up was Mo Diabate. It's like the back gym all over again, wasn't it? Those two going at it. The practice facility at Bama.
Mark Sears with a post up. Typically he wins those battles, but not able to convert. Got a great look on the post, and Mo Diabate and Nick Pringle battling for that offensive rebound for Alabama. Ball gets tied up. Great effort by Mo Diabate, and good to see Cliff Amori on the bench after he got poked in the face and the eye. He was out in the Alabama locker room, but he has returned to the Bama bench.
Gamecocks with the basketball. Scott's lob attempt knocked away by Mo. Here comes Diabate the other way, working his way down the lane to the rim, counted, and he's fouled. And boy, he deserved all of that. The and one for the man who got the steal, was looking for a teammate, realized, you know what, I got a clear path, I'm taking it.
Great job defensively, and defense leading to offense. Mo Diabate does that as well as anybody. The deflection, the steal, takes the contact and able to finish through it. He's been the recipient of what I thought were a couple of fouls as he's driven the ball to the basket. Hasn't gotten many calls, but this time does. Finishes and a chance for the 3-point play.
Mo Diabate going to the stripe for the Crimson Tide. Alabama for the year shooting a bit over 70% from the free throw line. 70.7 as Mo converts the and one. Chris Youngblood will exit, and Darion Reed will come in to replace him. Diabate shooting almost 80% from the free throw line now on the year. Boy, what an improvement as a shooter overall he has made in 12 months. Here's Wright on the dribble for South Carolina. Throws it down low to Pringle, drives in, blocked from behind by Nelson, and here comes Bama the other way. Philon stopping on the left wing, keeps the dribble alive, crosses over, goes down the left side, looks for help, finds Nelson. Nelson backing his way down against Wright. Beautiful bounce pass, Diabate for the flush.
The toughness of Grant Nelson took some contact, and a beautiful backdoor cut from Mo Diabate, catches it in stride and throws it down.
Gamecocks work it right side to Conyers. Conyers to Wright, working his way down the lane, floats to the right corner now. Defended well by Nelson. Wright will pull up from 17. Jumper is short, ball tipped into the hands of Nelson. Here comes Grant, 5th ranked Tide on the run. Corner, Philon, driving baseline, got bumped, stopped.
Late in college, Alabama will have to bring it in, but Alabama, the Tide playing well on both ends.
Reed getting it into Holloway on the wing. Holloway to Nelson. Spins, got fouled, then he walked, but he got fouled first. If you call the foul that should have been called, that's not a walk. But they blew the first call, and so they have to call the walk after that. 2 horrible calls there by the same official. A no call, and then blew the whistle was what had occurred. Nonetheless, South Carolina with it, down 14 with 6:14 to go. Far side with it is Conyers. Works it around to the far corner, Davis. He'll give it off to Pringle, and he'll drive in and throw it down. Here comes Holloway the other way for Bama with the Tide up by a dozen. Philon, right of the circle, gives it off Holloway. Holloway trying to drive, kicks it back to Diabate. Mo takes it to the elbow, reverses course, hands it off to Philon. Steps back, deep three, no good, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Reed. Off the window, no. Fighting for a loose ball, it's batted around. Gamecocks go to the deck and win the loose ball. Bama then takes it away though. The poke away by Philon to Holloway far side. Aiden to Nelson, reverse layup.
What a play defensively. It was started by LeBaron Philon. Got the tip to Aiden Holloway, and the pass and the finish. Grant Nelson takes the contact, and don't know if he was looking, but finishes the reverse lay-in after the foul from Nick Pringle. What a sequence on both ends for Alabama.
Brian, I think he wanted to dunk that, but he just lost the ball a little bit and had to flip it towards the basket and got rewarded.
When you play hard and play tough, things have a tendency to work out, and that's one reason Grant Nelson has been much improved from last year, his first year in crimson and white, to this year, his senior season.
Nelson at the stripe. Trying to convert the and one. Too strong on the attempt, and the rebound by Murray Boyles for the Gamecocks. 5:20 and ticking. Time left in the opening half. Bama up 14, 32-18 with 5:15 and moving on the clock. They work it right side to Conyers, poked away by Holloway out of it. He's teaching. And the guys take it very well. Backdoor cut, and the flush for 2 by Jamari Thomas. Bama didn't have its head on a swivel, and the Gamecocks make them pay on the inbounds. Here's Sears playing off the screen from Amori. Around they go to Reed. Darion giving it to Mark. Sears trying to shake free from the defender Conyers. Sears left side, changes direction, goes right, gets into the lane, stops, gives it off to Amori. Cliff with 7 on the shot clock. Spin, shoots a jump hook, friendly roll, and got it to go.
That is something we haven't seen much of. Cliff Amori on the low block, going to work with the jump hook, gets the roll.
About 7-8 feet away when he got that hook to go. Bama with 4:22 to go gets called for a foul. It's 34-20. Alabama with the lead. Crimson Tide on top by 14 with 4:22 to go, and a foul whistled on the Crimson Tide. That's going to be on Aiden Holloway, I believe. Or is that going to be on Amore? I guess it's on Cliff.
Yeah, I thought they got Cliff. The block was clean up high, but officials said they got him low. Murray Boyles drove the lane. Not a ton of contact, but enough to warrant the foul, and that sends South Carolina to the line. And don't want to get Murray Boyles going. He's one of the best players in this league. Struggled on the road against Mississippi State. He is the kind of player for South Carolina that can put his team on his back. Alabama's got to continue to do a good job against him.
Knocks down the free throw, and with the pair of freebies, it becomes a 34-22 score with 4:15 remaining in the half. Here's Sears trying to create a little space, working against Thomas. He'll dribble to his right, kicks it over to Youngblood. On the wing, three, no good. Rebound claimed by the Gamecocks. Murray Boyles again, and bringing it ahead will be Thomas. Gets it to the front court, plays off the screen, top of the circle. Murray Boyles to the left side, feeds Davis. Davis dribbling to the left wing, goes baseline, puts it up and in for two more. South Carolina to within 10 with 3:45 to go. Bama needs a bucket. We'll let the crowd start to get into this a little bit. Amore with it out high, hands it off to Reed. Darion to Amore, he slams it home.
Beautiful pass by Darion Reed, just floated it up there, and the big man caught it and threw it down.
Gamecocks with Ugasuk feeding it to the elbow, and Murray Boyles. He'll hand it off to Davis, who drives, stops as he's cut off by Youngblood. Fall-away jumper rolls off, no good. Rebounded Diabate, outlet pass, or excuse me, Amore giving it off now to Holloway. Aiden on the wing, picks up the dribble, fires the pass to Sears, and a foul's going to be whistled. And the man at the free throw line, Mark Sears. Mark 13 first half points, 5 of 6 from the field. Can't get the free throw to go, however. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc, but 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. And the missed free throw gives the ball to South Carolina. Gamecocks trying to drive. Murray Boyles into the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound claimed by Sherrill, and he will bring it front court himself. Aiden working on the right wing, working against Ugasuk, backing his way down, gets into the paint, and a foul is going to be whistled on South Carolina, and they're livid. And we're kind of fortunate, aren't we?
I was about to turn my mic off, tell Mark, go get the ball. Looked like Aiden Sherrill was going to turn it over. Fortunately, he'll go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Go back to the defensive end, and shows you the defensive versatility of Jaron Stevenson against Colin Murray Boyles. Forces a difficult shot, but offensively, you got Aiden Sherrill going one-on-one full court. He ends up getting to the line where he has not been great, but Alabama with another chance for a 1-and-1.
Miss another one. Back-to-back 1-and-1 misses for the Crimson Tide. And here come the Gamecocks. Wright with the basketball, working down the lane, throws a pass behind Murray Boyles. A bounce pass intended for him, and it sails out of bounds, and possession will go to the Crimson Tide. 2:20 left in this first half. 36-24. Alabama with the ball in the lead. Phylon front court for the Crimson Tide. Takes it down the right sideline. Spins away from trouble. Gives it outside to Sears, who goes left. Bounce pass inside. Stevenson had it knocked away, and a whistle and a foul on the Gamecocks. First 15 minutes, I kind of understand, as Stevenson hits the first of 2. I'm not saying that the whistles weren't correctly blown the last few trips, but it's not the way it was called in the first 15 minutes of this game. Second free throw missed. Alabama really struggling from the stripe. Just 3 of 7 here in the opening half for a team that's over 70% for the year.
It's really like being 3 for 9 with those missed front ends.
Murray Boyles with the basketball, dribbles to his right, picks it up, and nearly turned it over, but picking it up will be Davis. Drives in, shoots with the left hand, misses. Here comes Bama the other way. Phylon going 1 against 3, kicks it to Youngblood on the wing. Chris back to LeBaron. He'll go baseline. He gets cut off, hesitates, go underneath, puts it up with the left hand, count it, and and he's fouled. The changing of hands in midair is what allowed LeBaron Philon to get that one off the window and earn a trip to the free throw line.
The change of direction in his eyes. The defense thought that he was going to throw it to Chris Youngblood. He looked at him in a reverse field, able to change hands, shoot it with his left hand, take the contact, and LeBaron Philon, just a freshman, but crafty like a veteran, going to the basket, and another chance for a three-point play.
Philon spinning the basketball a couple of times, now shooting it, and Bama can't buy one from the stripe. 3 of 8, another and one opportunity missed. And that's helping South Carolina stay in this one. It's only 39-24 with 1:22 to go in the half. Pulling up, missing the jumper from the right side was Thomas, and Bama will run the other way. Diabate stopping on the wing, giving it off to Stevenson. Ball tipped out to Diabate again. Mo working against the defender right. Mo going to his left, going down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Stevenson, one more. Youngblood for 3. Chris Youngblood buries the bank first three-pointer, and the Tide leads it 42-24, their biggest lead of this first half. Under a minute to play, and a driving shot attempt, and a foul is going to be whistled on Alabama. Diabate tried to block the shot of Jacoby Wright, and despite the fact he was giving ground, he is still whistled for what is team foul number 6 on the Crimson Tide. So Jacoby Wright going to the free throw line. His first one rolls around and settles through the net. Bama lead down to 16. And he does as he hits them both. Here comes the Tide front court with it. Philon looking right side. Sears. Catch and shoot 3, bottom. So pretty. Mark Sears knocks home another, and the Crimson Tide, with 35 seconds remaining in the half, builds the lead up to 19 once again. 45, or actually 19, is their biggest lead. Bozeman's Verdonk with a basketball, giving it off, driving, shooting, and scoring is Thomas right at Alabama's Jaron Stevenson. Bama can hold it for 1. 10 seconds left now. Philon with it, holding the ball near center court. He'll start the attack at 7, at 6, still with it at 4, at 3, kicks it in the corner. Stevenson at 2, couldn't get it to go, and the half ends with Alabama enjoying a 45-28 lead over South Carolina. Heck of a half, heck of an effort, as Brian Passing will catch up with, in a moment, the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Nate Oates, but he's waiting on a score sheet. Go ahead, Brian.
Long way to go, but an impressive first half of your team.
Yeah, I mean, we can't make a free throw. We should have, I think we left 6 points at the free throw line in the last 3 minutes here at a half. Defensively, I think we've been pretty good. We were pretty good last game in the first half. Offensively, we weren't that great, but we got enough to get 45. We got to pick it up on the offensive end, and we got to play 20 minutes of defense in the second half. We didn't do that against Oklahoma.
All right, thank you, Coach. I'll agree with that, but other than that, a complete first half. Mark Sears leading the way. He's got 16. LeBaron Philon really good on both ends as well.
Starting the second half, Alabama will get possession of the ball first. Philon will bring it ahead for the Crimson Tide. Gets it to Nelson at the elbow. Grant will feed it to Sears, top of the key. So I didn't go where they were supposed to. I can tell from Nate's reaction. Now far side, Philon with it. Philon off the screen from Stevenson. Dribbles to the right, lost it off his foot, got it back. Kicks it to Nelson with 10 on the shot clock. Drives down the lane, lays it up, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. Amori had it, couldn't hang on, and here come the Gamecocks the other way.
Boy, great move by Grant Nelson, just not able to finish at the rim.
Pringle, a nice up and under move. Kind of jackknifed in the air, avoiding the block attempt from Amori. And Alabama sees the lead cut down to 45-30. Crimson Tide basketball with 19:15 to go. Philon on the drive, stops, puts it up from 8 feet, got it to crawl over the front of the iron, and the Tide leads by 17 again.
That's a tough move by LeBaron Philon, just kind of put on the brakes. The defender went by him and knocks down the floater.
three from the right side. No good by Murray Boyles, and Bama clears it and comes the other way. Sears the board. The drive gets into the lane, keeps the dribble alive, comes to the near wing. Now goes baseline. Cut off there, needs help. He will pivot. He will hand it off to Nelson in the corner. Grant will drive left. Stops, now backs his way down. Up and under move. Off the glass, too strong, and the rebound claimed by Murray Boyles for South Carolina. To Davis now on the left wing. Davis still with the dribble alive. Feeds it out high. Gets a return pass. Davis directing traffic. Looking low, nothing there. Near steal by Sears. Wright with the basketball. Pulls up from 12 feet. Got it to go. Bama lead down to 15 again as Philon comes the other way. LeBaron on the wing. Gives it off to Amori. Nice feed. Nelson the flush for two. Nobody rotated over defensively for South Carolina, and the Tide makes them pay.
Grant Nelson's had two at point-blank range that he's missed here in the early going. Not that one. Beautiful pass from Cliff Amori, and Grant Nelson with the easy throwdown.
Gamecocks work it inside. They'll lay it in off the glass for two. Thomas able to get it to drop as the teams are swapping basket. The lead's back down to 15 again. Sears with the basketball, working to his left, cut off and taken away by Wright. They'll throw it ahead now to Thomas. One man trailing him. He drives in, blocked from behind by Stevenson. And then a foul is going to be whistled on Jaron.
And you put these five on the floor.
Two McDonald's All-Americans and three other veterans on the floor, including Youngblood, who's got it on the near wing, up top to Holloway. Holloway working to his left, drives down the lane, puts it up with the right hand off the window. Little reverse English to get that one to drop. Gamecocks run the other end of the floor, and they'll get the dunk to go. And a timeout, Nate Oates, and he is going to absolutely light some folks up. Nate Oates getting after. The freshman will take the timeout with him. 17:09 to play here in the second half that way. And Nate Oates is just a coach. Those kids know he loves them, cares about them, and to their credit, they respond very well to it.
It starts in recruiting. You don't come play for Nate Oates if you don't want to be coached hard. He's one of the best coaches in the country because of that.
Kids that want to win and get better come to Alabama. We've got a screen, a moving screen. It's going to be called on Chris Youngblood, making the handoff, didn't get set. It's called for the foul. So after the foul on Youngblood, South Carolina with the basketball, 2 hour left, 16:50 and moving. Time left in the second half. Wright with it between the circles. Gives it off the elbow. Gets a return feed. His pass stolen away. Here comes Holloway in transition. Aiden giving it off to Diabate. Going down the lane. His shot wouldn't go, but he got fouled by Pringle.
Great job defensively. Aiden Holloway starting the break. Got the deflection. The pass into Mo Diabate. Took it right in the chest of Nick Pringle. Their arms kind of got tangled. It was a right call as Mo Diabate will go to the line. Alabama with a rough start on the defensive end finally gets a stop and gets to the line as a result.
I'll be honest, 12 months ago, I'd have been upset about that call on Nick Pringle. Tonight, not so much. Diabate, the first of two, and can't get that one to drop. Well, Alabama just 3 of 9 from the free throw line of the game, but 6 of 11 from 3 and 21 of 36 on regular field goals.
And that 3 of 9, that number is terrible.
Yeah.
It's actually worse because of two missed front ends of 1-and-1s, and Mo Diabate turned into one of the better free throw shooters on this Alabama team. A chance to knock down the second.
Was shooting around 80% before that miss. And short on that attempt. Long rebound, tipped high, and Davis controls it for South Carolina. So another empty possession for Alabama. The lead stays at 14 with 16 minutes, 26 seconds remaining and clock moving here in the second half. Ugasuk with the basketball. Feeds it off to Davis. Now they'll go on the right baseline to Conyers, and his floater is up. No good, but he's fouled.
Now with Mo Diabate playing the center position at 6'7".
Looking for guys that can play hard and play tough, and Millette certainly fits that bill as the bounce pass goes inside. spinning is Boyles, whose shot blocked by Diabate, and here comes Millette the other way for Bama. Houston stops on the wing, kicks it in the corner to Holloway. Aiden will dribble up to the wing. Waits on a screen from Reed, goes left, puts up a teardrop for the baseline and got it to go. Things starting to heat up for Aiden Holloway. He's got 6, and the Gamecocks come the other way with Ugasuk. Top of the arc, Thomas stopping, throwing it up with a right hand and got it to go. Little finger roll in the paint as Bama left him alone.
It was a defensive breakdown, wasn't guarded, and ended up knocking down an awkward shot.
Holloway trying to answer, and he does with a 3. Holloway, the bank first three-pointer for the Crimson Tide. And Bama leads it by 17 again, 56-39.
Looked like he was going to be off balance, took some contact, but gathered himself, got his feet set, and knocked down the 3. 15-15 and ticking. A deflection, Millette, and a steal by Reed. Darion on the drive, goes to the rim, lays it up, it wouldn't go, but he's fouled. 3 of 11 in this one. And now 4 of 12, as that one did everything but come out. Stayed down on the soft touch from Darion Reed, and Bama's lead is up to 18. Gamecocks throw it into the low post to Conyers. Aiden, not Eddie. Aiden Conyers spins, shoots the one-legged fall-away jumper, no good, and a rebounding foul is going to be whistled on Alabama. Over 70% from the free throw line has really struggled here tonight.
Ugasuk giving it off to Davis. Back to Ugasuk on the near wing. He dribbles to the top of the arc, goes to the elbow right side. Trying to shake free, throws it away, and the ball's knocked away and stolen. Here comes Millette for the Crimson Tide. Houston leaving it for Youngblood. Chris will cross over, he'll drive, had it knocked away and stolen by the Gamecocks. They'll throw it the length of the floor, but they throw it out of bounds.
Just it out of bounds, but Alabama gets it back.
Holloway front court, playing off of a screen from Diabate. Holloway to his right with a dribble. Still with the dribble alive with 15 on the shot clock. Has Youngblood back to Aiden. Holloway with 12 to shoot. Stops at the elbow. Shoots a 15-footer and got the friendly roll again. Free throws, and with 13:35 to go, Bama's lead is down to 18. Now here's Sears on the drive. Lost it off his foot, but able to take it away from the defender. Now he feeds it out to Holloway. Aiden with 11 on the shot clock at 10. Holloway at 9. Driving downhill, stopping, shooting from 15. Missed it. Rebound snatched out of the air by Davis. And here come the Gamecocks. They'll run the other way with Ugasuk. Ugasuk off of a screen. A bounce pass to Pringle, who drives downhill. Got the layup to go, and he is fouled.
Nice move from Nick Pringle. Alabama double-teamed the ball, and not a great effort trying to knock it away. Felt like Alabama was going to try to make the play. A couple of guys right there kind of went halfway and either needed to stay away or be a little more aggressive. An easy three-point play opportunity coming up for Nick Pringle.
They call the foul on Clifford Amore, his second. Team 6 on the Crimson Tide. Pringle can't convert the and one. And here comes Bama the other way with Reed on the far side. Reed, a bounce pass to Amore. Clifford gets himself set, feeds it off to Phylon. LeBaron out to Nelson, over to Reed for 3. That one's short. Rebound caught by Amore. He'll lay it up and got it to go.
That was a beautiful pass for Darion Reed to Cliff Amore.
The fact that he disguised it by like a three-point shot was the best part of it, wasn't it?
Well, that's the brilliance of it.
Yeah, it was indeed. And everybody can pull that off. Here's Wright on the drive the other way for the Gamecocks. Outside to Murray Boyles, into the low post to Pringle. Nick will spin up and under 2 defenders. Shot wouldn't go, but he's fouled. And Pringle will go back to the line to shoot a pair.
That's one of the reasons Nick Pringle wanted to play for his home state school, is because Lamont Paris is going to play 2 bigs. He's going to post guys up, and not exactly the way that they play at the NBA level. That's why guys come and want to play for Nate Oates. But if you're Nick Pringle and want to get touches in the low block, this is a good place to do it. He's responded. He's averaging 10 points, 7 rebounds, one of the leading scorers for this South Carolina team. And he's been effective the last few possessions for the Gamecocks.
Hits the first free throw. And if you're curious, he's got both hands on the basketball, and he hit them both. He's gone from cover your eyes to I'm going to make them, but with one hand, to Shooting that sucker the way he wants to. Able to get him to go, and now Bama's leads down to 16. 12-20 and ticking. Time left here in the second half from Columbia. Nelson with the basketball for Bama. Picks up his dribble on the right wing, pivots and needs help. Wanted to go to Sears. Nearly threw it away, but picked up by Phylon. LeBaron on the near wing. Has it top of the arc now. Looking left side to Reed. Nice catch in traffic. Reed going baseline at 8 on the shot clock. Wow. Tough shot off the window and got it to go.
Boy, he took some contact using that 6'7" frame. Able to finish off the glass. Tough move by the talented freshman.
Gamecocks with Davis on the near wing. Driving to the baseline. Fall away from 16 is short. Rebounded by Sears. Then here comes Bama running the other way. Tied on top, 63-45. Sears held on his drive by
Bama with other teams. Bama shooting 60% from the field, 33% unguarded from the stripe. And it always seems to happen this way. It's contagious.
Well,
like Chris.
I hope not, because I've been sitting next to him for the last 2 hours. But it is contagious sometimes. Listen, Alabama, good free throw shooting team, 71% on the season, and this has not been their night from the free throw line. Fortunately, they've been able to shoot a high percentage from two, the best two-point percentage shooting team in America, and the three-point shots have been good and falling at a high rate. Alabama at over 50% from deep. But yes, free throws have not gone down for the Crimson Tide. It has been a struggle in a big way. But when you do other things well, you put yourself in a good position. Alabama needs to focus defensively here the last 11:35 of defending at a high level aggressively, but doing it without fouling. South Carolina will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
Bama works the inbounds to Sherrill, who tried to lob it to Nelson. He did a great job of saving it. It gets batted around, and South Carolina will lose it out of bounds.
Alabama had a set play coming out of the timeout. It was well defended, and because of that, almost a turnover. Alabama fortunate to get it back.
Sherrill at the elbow. Dribbles to his right, feeds it off to Nelson. He picks it up at the wing. Looking for Sears, can't get it to him yet. Now feeds it off to Phylon. 5 to shoot, LeBaron on the drive. Forgot about the clock, 3, 2, 1. Shot is up at the horn, it's no good. And the rebound is controlled by the Gamecocks. Nick Pringle took out one of his teammates inadvertently as Thomas comes the other way. Dribbles it off his foot, but runs it down to the corner. He fires the pass far side to Conyers. His 3 is off the back iron, no good, but it comes all the way out to Thomas for a reset. They go back to Conyers in the corner. His 3 short this time, and the rebound controlled by Bama. Here comes Reed. Darion giving it off to Sears, top of the arc. Flips it over left side to Sherrill. Sherrill back to Sears. He'll drive, bounce pass to Sherrill for the flush.
That's a beautiful pass, but not an easy catch for a 7-footer. Aiden Sherrill able to catch it low and throw it down high.
Thomas with the basketball. Bama leading by 20, 65-45. Gamecocks work it to Pringle, who throws it over on the right wing to Wright. Jacoby Wright, teardrop in the lane, got it to rattle in. 18-point ball game. Bama with the lead and possession. Here's Sears working away from a trap. Feeds it to Nelson. Bullet pass inside to Sherrill. Posting up. Shot attempt blocked, but Aiden runs it down. Finds Sears for 3. Too strong. Rebound claimed by Pringle. And Nick will throw the outlet pass to Thomas, and the Gamecocks will push it ahead. Bama by 18, 65-47. Tough.
This comfortable lead, they're going to have to do that the last 9.5 minutes of this game.
Thomas gets 1 of 2. Bama the other way, trying to get a 20-point lead. 3-pointer missed by Sherrill, and the rebound controlled on the weak side by the Gamecocks. They'll push it ahead with Thomas. He'll drive to the block, far side, gets cut off, works it out to Butler. Butler back to Thomas. Thomas, a bounce pass that is taken away by Bama. Outlet goes to Phylon. Step through against Pringle. Layup missed. Tip follow, no. Tipped again, no. And the rebound, Butler for South Carolina. 2 teammates, I think, in Crimson knocked each other off the basketball. Thomas splitting defenders. Going down the lane. Still needs help. Trying to shake free. Nobody to throw it to. Puts it up. No good. And they're going to bail him out on a tough call right there. Hey. Sears to Holloway. Holloway back to Sears. Sears takes it left wing, drives baseline. Cut off, needs help. Somehow put it up, got it blocked out of bounds by Wright.
Could have had Mark Sears at the line.
Instead, the inbounds goes to Sears. He goes right back in the paint. His pass intended for Amore gets deflected and stolen. And here come the Gamecocks the other way. Conyers on the left wing. Now they go right side to right to Pringle. At the elbow, he'll drive right side of the lane, muscles his way in, and then a late whistle, and that's going to be on Cliff Amore. Pringle looking like Nick Pringle. Earning a trip to the free throw line as that's 4 now on Amore.
And let's hope he looks like Nick Pringle at the free throw line where he struggled over the course of his career, but he's knocked some down here tonight.
First of 2 for Nick. Misses that one after making a pair on his previous trip. Diabate in, and Amore will sit down. That's his 4th foul, that last one.
South Carolina's done a good job of chipping away at this Alabama lead. Was just 20 a few minutes ago, now down to 15 with a chance to cut into it with Pringle at the line.
Missed them both. Rebound claimed by Youngblood. Alabama ball up 15 with 8:18 to go. Sears on the far wing, crosses over, gets into the paint, kicks it into the corner. Diabate dribbles to the left wing, gives it out to Youngblood. Youngblood at 10, Youngblood at 8, backing his way down in the paint at 7. Spin, shoots with the left hand, no. Rebound tip, Diabate, and losing it out of bounds was Alabama. Diabate claiming that went off Pringle. The officials say nope. It was
game.
7 o'clock Central. The tip time will be on the air beginning at 6 on the network. South Carolina basketball with 7:54 to go. Crimson Tide trying to get a couple of stops, breathe a little more easily down the stretch. Ugasuk with it on the left wing will back it out to Wright. Wright will throw it into the low post. Murray Boyles working against Diabate. Spins, lost the handle. Ball goes off the leg of Mohamed Diabate.
Screen, Mo Diabate wasn't on that possession.
Inbounds. Ugasuk, his 3 is no good, and the rebound controlled by Bama. Sears with it front court. Going downhill, cut off. Actually got fouled, no whistle. Now puts up a runner with the left hand and got it to go. The bucket for Mark Sears, his first of the second half. He's got 18 on the night, and Alabama leads it by 17.
That was a tough move by Mark Sears. Took a lot of contact, doesn't get the call, but able to finish through it.
Wright working it left side to Ugasuk. Into the left corner they go to Davis. Davis to Murray Boyles, driving in, tough shot left hand, no good. Rebound Stevenson, great defense by Diabate to make that one such a challenge, and then the deflected pass out of bounds with the basketball. Holloway on the drive, playing through some contact. His shot rolls around and falls. Let's see if they call it an and one. Nope, shot on the, called the foul on the floor. Baseline, Youngblood. It's inbounded, does to Sears. Near side, 3, too strong. Rebound tip twice, fought for, and controlled by South Carolina. It's Wright going down the lane, puts it up, block, no good. Putback is good, though, by Conyers, I believe. And a timeout's going to be called by South Carolina. Walk the ball into the front court. Working off the screen, goes right side. Now changes direction, going left, gives it off to Sears. Bounce pass to Stevenson, another pass to Diabate as Jaron was tripped.
The rest of the way, and depending on how it goes, that could be good or bad.
4 fouls on Thomas now as the inbounds goes to Holloway. Aiden with it, far side. Driving baseline, cut off, kicks it out to Nelson. Grant goes to Sears, and he is fouled by Thomas, and he's trailed since taking a 9-5 anyway. And that second one is good as well.
Alabama makes 2 free throws in a row, which is something I don't think we've seen in this game. It has been a struggle from the line for Bama.
69-52, Alabama with the lead as Pringle has it for the Gamecocks. Gives it off top of the arc to Davis. Davis steps back, left wing, 3 ball is up and good. Bama gets it out of the net, runs the other way with Holloway, and he gets fouled. Holloway's free throw is up, and that one's perfect. Assist, no turnovers so far, and he hits both freebies. And the lead goes up to 16. 71-55, 5:40 to play here in Columbia. South Carolina with it, taking it left wing is Wright, pulls up from 17 and rattles that one in. 15-point game again. Bama the other way. Actually a 14-point contest, excuse me. Driving, Diabate underneath the basket, lays it in for two. Murray Boyles could not cut him off. And Mo Diabate gets the bucket. Mo now has 5.
The decisive move from Mo Diabate. Went strong to the basket before Murray Boyles could get there.
Down low to Pringle. Backing his way down, kicks it out to Wright. Wright, top of the arc, left alone, shoots a 3, misses. Rebounded by Nelson. Outlet pass goes to Sears with under 5 minutes to play, and Bama leading it by 16. Mark, nice pass on the step through. Lay in, good for 2 by Stevenson, and an and one opportunity upcoming.
Love the aggressive Alabama and Mark Sears. Spun in the lane, drew the defense, got it to Jaron Stevenson, who took the contact, finishes off the glass, and a big 3-point play coming up for the sophomore.
Bama getting the bucket from Jaron Stevenson. His first field goal of the game. A couple of assists, 3 rebounds, and can't get the free throw to go as Butler with a flat-footed rebound for the 7-footer. He'll work it to Pringle at the timeline, and now to Ugasuk. Ugasuk to the wing, going baseline, gets into the paint, may have gotten away with a walk. Shot wouldn't go, rebounded Nelson. Outlet pass goes to Sears, and now Mark will run the other way. Mark down the lane, the step through, the layup is no good. Picking up the loose ball for the Gamecocks will be Cam Scott, and he'll run the other direction. He'll float to the right wing, gives it to Ugasuk, now to Wright. Wright up top to Scott. Scott trying to create a little space. Gives it off to Pringle. Pringle facing the basket, now backing his way down. Kicks it out to Scott. The open 3, rattles out, no good. 4:05 to go. Bama up 75 to...
Cut into this Alabama lead. Cut it to 14 or 15 a couple of times. Alabama.
Sears free throw up and good. Hits them both. And Alabama leads it 77-57 with 4:01 to go. Mark will exit. May be done for the night, as we'll see Phylon, Youngblood, Nelson, Diabate, and Reed on the floor. Wright with the basketball, front court for the Gamecocks. Conyers to Pringle, who then threw it away.
Didn't like the way his starters responded and went to his bench.
Yep, Nelson only 18 minutes so far in this ball game with 3.5 to play. Nelson in the corner for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound tipped high into the air. Saved by Youngblood, but unfortunately it goes to Pringle. He will come the other way. Nick will try to post up on Sears. Drives in. Shot wouldn't go, but they're going to get, I believe, Grant Nelson for the foul.
Looked like Mark had a little smile on his face as Nick Pringle one-on-one against Mark Sears.
Mark just said something to him as he went by. It was so good.
It was great defense by Mark. And then they got Grant with the foul. Not a ton of contact there, but
it was along the lines of, what are you doing posting me up? Nick probably said, what are you doing trying to guard me in the post? Free throw up and no good. So 1 of 2 for Pringle at the stripe. Bama runs the other way and the lob to Darion Reed. Sears to Reed for the flush. And with 3:13 and ticking, Alabama leads by 21.
The free throw shooter didn't get back, and Darion Reed able to run the floor. Mark Sears rewarded him.
We got a whistle, and Holloway directing traffic center of the floor. Getting a screen from Sherrill. We're trying to play off of one. He'll keep the dribble alive and go left. He'll stop. He'll try a 3 now. Too strong off the back iron, no good. Rebound claimed by Scott. Here come the Gamecocks. Cam Scott on the right wing. Around to Butler, who tries a 3, and that one is wide right. And then a rebounding foul.
A win in league, especially on the road.
Phylon against the full court South Carolina pressure. Works it ahead to Reed. Drives in. Off the window and good. And he is fouled. Darion Reed, a chance for the and one.
And listen, Darion Reed, a 5-star McDonald's All-American, I think has a great future, not just on this Alabama team this season, but a future in the NBA. And it's because of athleticism like that. Would love to see more of that out of Darion Reed, a guy who's struggled shooting the ball from 3 and from the free throw line, but so athletic. He's going to get better in all those areas. But what an aggressive move by the freshman.
Couldn't get the and one, and the rebound attempt went out of bounds, touched last by the Crimson Tide. 81-62, Alabama commanding lead with 2:15 to play. Gamecock basketball. It's Scott on the right wing. Throws it down low to Pringle. Nick driving against Sherrill. Muscles his way in. The freshman with a block for Bama. But the Gamecocks control right on the drive. Layup is good. Scobie right now with 20. And then a near steal. Gamecocks battling for it. And a kick ball is going to be called on Chris Youngblood of Alabama and give possession back to the Gamecocks.
Alabama a little sloppy with it. Can't do that against South Carolina at this stage as they're taking some chances. A little pressure, trying to get some deflections and steals. Alabama a little loose with the ball. They've been really good taking care of it last few weeks of the season and in this game.
Wright with the basketball for the Gamecocks, driving into the lane. Fall away from 8 feet, no good. Rebound tipped by Jaron Stevenson, who's checked back in. Couldn't control it. Out of bounds touch last by him. And possession will stay with the Gamecocks. A minute 45 to go. Wright trying to get it in, does to Scott in the left corner. Scott trying to work against Youngblood. Behind the back pass, thrown away. Good idea, bad execution. Here's Reed with it for the Tide. Reed to the rim, lays it up and in for 2 more. And at 8 to go. Holloway around to Reed on the left wing. Reed looks down low to Sherrill, the catch in the flush. Working back to Sherrill, top of the arc for 3, bottom. Aid Sherrill knocks home another bank first 3-pointer. That's Alabama's 8th on 19 tries. Wright driving in, kicks it back out onto the far side. Butler to Conyers. His 3-point try rims out, no good. Rebounded by Phylon, and Bama doesn't have to shoot it again if they don't want to. See what the Tide opts to do right here. Gamecock still defending. Holloway making sure he plays a little keep away right here. And the Tide has no plan to attack. 2 seconds, 1, and that is your final. 13-2, Alabama on the year. 13-2 with a 2-0 record in Southeastern Conference play. Been a long night, folks. Forgive me. 88-68 is your final. 13 wins to 2 losses. That's what I
and 2-0
poorly tried to get to. And 2-0 in SEC play.
And from just a few moments ago in the Bama locker room, here's Chris Stewart with Bama coach Nate Oates.
Coach, congratulations on a 20-point win. I know you never put them fully away maybe the way you wanted to, but you never let them really get within arm's reach either.
Oh, we were much better on defense. I thought our defensive intensity and effort was where it needed to be. Free throws were not great tonight. I think we left 13 points. I think we were 10 for 20, but I think 3 of them were fun and it's a 1-on-1. So leave 13 points out there at the free throw line. Not that we're going to go 100%, but our offense should have been a little better. So, good road window. We saw how tough it is to win on the road in the SEC. So I thought Mo Diabate's play on, Murray Boyles, who they got a lot of people have him in the first round. I thought Mo did an unbelievable job on him. We were plus 19 when Mo was in for his 17 minutes, and Murray Boyles had 6 points tonight. So he shot 1 of 6 from the floor. So I thought Mo D's defense was great.
Coach, how big was the first 10 minutes of this game to not let this crowd get into it and be a factor?
Yeah, that was great. Our guys have been coming out. We haven't had an issue with our starts, so I thought it's big, especially on the road. We're going to have to continue to do that. Starters have been good, coming out ready to go. The issue's been keeping it up. I thought defensively, outside of the start of the second half, and I'm just tired of it, so I burned the timeout early, made 5 subs. But after we got that straight, our defensive intensity for most of the rest of the second half was, better. They did score 40, but offensively, I didn't think this was one of our better offensive games, so to be honest with you.
You referenced making the changes early in the second half. Look, it helps having great players, I understand that, and competitive kids. But how much of a luxury is it to have the type of talent you do where you can comfortably make the type changes that you wanted to take in that situation?
Yeah, we had 10 guys play double-digit minutes, so, Aiden Sherrill played 11 minutes, had 7 points. I thought he was pretty good. He had 2 dunks and a 3. Pretty solid night for him. So, you can come in. That Darian Reed I thought was really good tonight. So, we've got Holloway was outstanding, to be honest with you. Like, he shot it well. He made tough plays, and I thought he made some good defensive plays. He had to steal there. They're trying to throw it to the pocket. So it's nice to have depth. It's nice to have some leadership coming off the bench. CY is starting to come along. So I thought it was a good night. I think CY was second on the team in plus minus. So he's making an impact on the game on both ends of the floor.
On the road tonight, back on the road this weekend, and it's going to get even tougher, Coach, as you'll be taking on a Texas A&M squad that's been playing really well, top 10 in the country.
Yeah, they're good. Their defense is good. They got one of the best guards in the country, Wade Taylor, so we're going to have to have ourselves ready to go. They turn people over. We got to take care of the ball. We've been doing a much better job of that, but we haven't played anybody like Texas A&M here lately either.
Coach, thank you for the time. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Roll Tide.